What do we start with?
I don't know. Start with invocation. No, we can.
Well, welcome everyone to the very first episode of the very first podcast.
Yay!
Yeah, so the idea, I wanted to have my hair like this.
Yes, beautiful. I love it.
Namaskaram. So welcome to the very first episode of the very first podcast about Isha Yoga Center and the people who are living there. So the purpose is actually because there are so many people who are have like spiritual search and like want to know about like yoga, but not a lot of people drop everything and come to the ashram and like dedicate so many years or months or days serving here, like living in the ashram and be involved. So I want to talk about actually what is this place, what are we doing here, and Patti is the first one
I'm so excited.
to share her experience. You start just like introducing yourself and where you're from, who are you, what are you doing here, for how long you've been staying here.
Yeah. So my name is Patti. I'm originally from Bolivia. I'm also from US. I came here for the first time in 2022. I came because I wanted to see Sadhguru. And so I came for the Grace of Yoga program, which is during Mahashivratri, and it was a wonderful time. And I stayed for the inner engineering program, came back a few months later to volunteer for a few months, and then the following year came back for Sadhanapada. And now I'm returning once more to be here full time.
Okay, so your Sadhanapada was in 2023?
Yes.
Okay. So, and I'm in Sadhanapada right now, and we are about to finish in 2 weeks. I'm just like a bit terrified. Actually, how's the life after Sadhanapada?
Oh, wow. It's a roller coaster, as it is during Sadhanapada.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, it goes on. The transformation just continues. Whether you're here or whether you're outside, what is established during Sadhanapada, that just keeps on going.
Okay.
So, it's like once the Sadhanapada starts, it never really ends.
Ends, right? That's
It
how
just
I feel.
is like, it just takes on a different form.
Okay. And how did you meet Sadhguru? You said?
I had initially come across him on YouTube,
On YouTube, yeah.
but I really held him at a distance until, why? Because I felt that he was arrogant.
Okay.
Yeah. I know he's actually said that, and that's exactly how I felt. Yeah, I saw how he would laugh at people's questions, and I was like, why is he laughing at people's questions?
Like they really want to know, right?
Yeah, well, I didn't even know that much. It was just the fact of like something about him was putting me off. And he's an intense person, especially like in his earlier videos. If you see just like the way that he speaks, the way that he looks, I mean, like his gaze and everything is intense. And I think it just shook me, and it was easy to say, oh, like this man is not actually it. He's also out here on YouTube, so he's not a real guru. He's not out in the mountains somewhere.
Right.
Like this guy is not the thing. But I'll take him for the health tips and the little things that I can use for my life, but just kept him there. Until someone dear to me told me about him, what his work is and how he's been trying to consecrate the Dhyanalinga for 3 lifetimes until he finally did it. And that he's a realized being. I thought that enlightened beings was something of the past, something maybe of fantasy.
Not on
or
YouTube.
Yeah, definitely not out here for everyone to access. So I was just so intrigued. Like when I heard about this, it was just going on and on in my head. Who is this man? What is he doing? What is all this consecration stuff? And it just kept going on in my head for like a couple years until I had to go visit the center in Tennessee because I just wanted to know more. And from there, even I still had so much resistance going there to that center. I made so many judgments and conclusions about the place, and I left. Okay. But something in me was transformed. Something in me was opened up, like just my experience, this lightness in my body, this sweetness of my emotions, just by visiting the place. Even though I had all these conclusions and all this resistance, I was still so touched. And I was like, what in the world is this? And I decided I wanted to come to India to know more.
Yeah. Nice. As you're sharing your story, I was thinking, like the first video that I watched of Sadhguru, he said something like, how do you know that God exists? Maybe he doesn't know that, no, why? Who told you that God loves you? Maybe he doesn't know you exist. And I'm like, and I'm from church. And I'm like, God loves me. God knows me. What do you mean? So I closed his videos like, no, this guy is telling something like that like shook me at some point. And it took me some time to come back to his videos, but everything else he spoke like it made so much sense to me. I was like, and the seeds were just like already there. Like he threw it like that casually, but I felt like it like planted so deeply. And then over some months, I was coming back to his videos and watching, and then my life changed a lot. So, but back to like the first time you came to India.
Came in 2022
Right.
for the Grace of Yoga program,
Oh.
Mahashivratri.
Yeah. Oh, same. I came in 2023 for the first time, Mahashivratri, Grace of Yoga.
Nice.
Yeah. So what was your, what to say? What did you think of the ashram when you just came?
I was in love with it. I felt like from the moment I came, because of the volunteers. I was just so touched at the way people interacted with me, the way they looked at me, the way they addressed me, the way they supported me, like just immediately took my bags like I was some queen or something walking in here. I was like, what is this? I had never experienced that type of care from strangers and from so many. And everyone also so joyful, so like vibrant. The whole place is so vibrant. And yeah, that's what I remember most is my engagements with people and the way that they were and the way that that touched me.
Nice. And then the first Mahashivratri.
Yeah,
How was
I
it?
fell in love with Adi Yogi. It was so much fun. It was just so much fun. And I don't think I had ever been to a party without alcohol or substances. Maybe, but not one as fun as that one.
Agree.
Yeah.
Agree. Yes. Like my first Mahashivratri was in 2023, and I just also completed Shambhavi just before that, finished Mandala, and then the first program, which was on the calendar, was Grace of Yoga. It's like perfect. And Mahashivratri, like I love parties, celebrations, this type of thing, and the dancing. So like that's perfect occasion even to like meet India in the ashram and the celebrations. So yeah, I came here, and yeah, the moment I stepped here, I was like, why I waited for so long to come? This place, like I've been longing for that actually, unknowingly even. But as soon as I came, I was like, that's like I felt one life for me will not be enough even to explore everything what is hidden here. Like that's how I felt. Till now I feel that way. Though in Sadhanapada, which we'll talk now, you're involved in so many things, and but to me, the more I do, the more I feel like I want to do, you know, and there is no end of like exploring different dimensions, exploring the depth of Sadhguru's words, right? Like he says something, you're like, okay, but then you experience it and you're like, wow, it's true. Something like that.
Yeah, it's crazy because like you said, it's never ending. It's like the more you go into it, the more there is to know, and it just keeps on growing. And yeah, and a lot of times as logical people, like we're so limited to his words, like when we're in that way of logic. But to understand, like to finally come to terms with the fact that there is something far greater than our logic is so wonderful. And yeah, I'm just so excited to keep exploring that dimension.
And so in total, like how many like years you are here? Or like on and off, but like...
Yeah, so I came the first time for a couple weeks, then I came back for 3 months, then I came back for 9 months. And this past time I'm here for almost 4 months now.
But I think for people outside, they will be like, why ashram, you know, like coming from like abroad and like spending time here. Do you miss anything from back home, or do you miss the life there or anything from like that life, or you...
I don't. And it's hard to say that because my family, who I love so much, is there. But still, it's like, this is the place where I am now, and this is the only place that I want to be right now. So as much as I love my family, as much as I love my home, like, you know, the place itself, the people, the music, the culture. I almost said the food, but the food here is the best.
Yes. Yes. I agree. I want to take Diksha home with me when I'll be leaving.
But still, there is simple things like my mom's rice. I miss my mom's rice, you know, or
yeah.
other drinks and foods. Like we eat a lot of corn-based things that like we don't have here. So simple things like that, yeah, definitely. But at the end of the day, this here, what's being offered and what there is and what I've experienced, it's also immense.
Yeah. I was just like, you know, thinking, were you searching for a guru when, like, when you found his video, right, on the YouTube? Did you have any questions about like spiritual stuff, or maybe you had like religious background, or you were searching for a guru? How did it start, or just randomly?
Yeah, so I think from little, I was always, I always had a spiritual longing or a spiritual seeking that found expression in Christian, in the Christian tradition, as well as the indigenous tradition from Bolivia. So, like from my parents, what both my parents like passed on to me, that was like so beautiful for me to explore and to wonder, to imagine. Nothing was enough. Still, like I was still seeking, and I didn't have concrete questions, but I was definitely dissatisfied. You know, I was still longing for more. There was still something incomplete, and I found myself like kind of stuck or kind of trapped, I guess, and like it felt so limited. You know, what I had access to was so limited, and within that, like I could do my best. You know, I could pour my thoughts, pour my emotions, pour myself into it in whatever ways that I could, and still it had such limits that wouldn't let me really go further into something more, into, you know, the way that I wanted to be, which was more open, more limitless, more expansive, more perceiving, more knowing, like everything that, I don't know, I feel like I'm trailing off, but I was searching for something, which I don't know what, I didn't know what that was. And it was like a little desperate at times, like looking back, like I remember, you know, just like praying and coming up with my own rituals and like doing things to like try to express or find access to something. And it was never enough. So I wasn't actually searching for a guru, and I didn't have concrete questions, but there was such a longing that was there, definitely.
Yes, and that longing, like, he found you, I feel like, you know, as we all searching for, like, we have our questions, sometimes we don't even understand what is it about, what is learning about, but on that side, it's like finding us first and just like, this is what it is, and then you can either, I mean, go into it and dive deeper and see for yourself if it works for you or not, because I guess for many people, different things are working for many people, so we cannot say like this is right, this is wrong, but I guess what Sadhguru is giving us the tools and the understanding of life, I've never heard anything deeper than that, actually.
You mentioned in your video that I saw that there was this struggle to surrender, and I'm just curious to hear more about that.
Oh, yes, because since I was a long time in the Christianity, and I guess it was not recorded, so I can repeat a little bit. So as my way of thinking was very specific, like who is the right God, what is the right way to live, what is the right book to read, and right way to pray. So I didn't imagine the possibility. So other things in life are also there, but when I came across his videos, and what he was saying was so contradictory to what I knew, right? So that was like, but he was right.
But what was it that you knew, and what was the contradiction?
Like, I mean, in yoga there is no only one way or only one God, and like we can start even from here, right? Versus in Christianity, it's just like only one way. Jesus is the one way, and I feel like it is their way, but not. I mean, how to say? It's a way, but not their way. There's so many other paths and ways, and when Sadhguru was like talking about like Adi Yogi or ways of yoga or the tools or how you can meditate and still be at the same kind of level of peace and joy, for me it was only available, let's say, in Christianity. Only there people can be that happy. Only there people know what is the life of surrender and devotion. And now I see it's not only here, but people like actually around the world have different waves of devotion, and that's the only thing that's needed, actually, your devoted heart. And when I saw that, I knew that at some level, like I was wondering about that, but you know, at that point it came to me in answers. And as Sadhguru, he just perfectly can articulate what is he saying. And I was like, but then is really Christianity is the only way? Or people seems very happy in the ashram or like in other religions, or like when they're very devoted and when they pray and the God is answering their prayers, but they're not praying to Jesus. So who are they praying that who is answered? And then when I asked these questions in church, they would be like, oh no, it's devil. Devil is also powerful. But I'm like, but it doesn't seem like these people are praying to devil. I mean, so all this didn't make much sense to me at all. And so I was like talking to people, to pastors, to my family. They were giving me answers and like, read the Bible, don't get distracted, this is the devil, no. And I was like, okay. I was like, get back to Bible. But then no, in my heart I felt there's something else. So of course when Sadhguru was there, immediately I could not surrender because of so much baggage in my head, how it is right. Now somebody's telling me this is wrong, or kind of, not the whole picture. So it took me time to accept the new way of myself, actually, the new way of my thinking, and stop thinking what other people will think of me, because there was a bit of judgment from not openly judged, but I could see the looks, and from people from church, or somebody will text me saying, okay girl, you're getting lost, get back to where you've been in a good place. Like, no, actually no, like within myself I was not in a good place at all. So I was feeling I didn't want to disappoint people, you know. I didn't want to disappoint my family, my mom, especially my brother, who is involved in church. He's like a worship leader, and he's very well known. And now I'm like, and he was like looking up to me growing up, and I'm like, and now I'm disappointing them all by quitting what I've been like for so long, and very genuine. It's not like I was in church and not happy. No, I was happy there. I was sincerely serving and doing stuff and praying to Jesus. But then I came to the point that it just didn't work for me anymore. But I didn't want to disappoint them. And then I was in between for years. And I was also married at that point, and we were both going to church. And I didn't want to disappoint him, of course, but I did anyway. So I kind of, so that was a big thing for me to open up and to start to speak about this. Even right now, it's just like also new for me, but now I'm at that place that I don't care anymore at all. So I care now what I think. I mean, what I'm experiencing, not just thinking, but what I experience here in the ashram and through Sadhguru's grace, not just words. I wanted to say his knowledge, but it's just not here. Experience through his grace is so deep, so much more, so I can share about that openly now.
Wow.
Yeah, that's like that. Did you have any struggles initially too?
Well, I think I shared a little bit about
Well,
how
yeah.
that resistance,
Right,
that
right.
was like my big struggle that like still came up, you know. It hasn't come up in a while, but like even during Sadhanapada, you know, I was thinking like, who is this man? What is he doing? Like, what is he scheming? Because
Okay.
so when I had gone to Tennessee, I saw like they're working right now on building a yogic city. And the center in Tennessee, like the center here or anywhere else, it's very adapted to the place that it's at, to the culture. Like if you see the Devi temple in Nepal, it's very much, you know, gives the Nepal vibe. Even though I don't know much about, you know, but it's very different than here. And in the US, it's also different. So like that, each place is like, it's for the people, it's for the land, for the place that it's at. And a lot of the culture in US I always struggled with. I was born in Bolivia and I always felt like that was more my home. I felt more of a pull there.
When did you move to the US?
So my mom is from US, my dad's from Bolivia.
Oh, okay.
So I had always been back and forth since I was small. But I stayed there for my high school and college.
In Bolivia?
In US.
Okay.
Yeah.
US.
Yeah. So then there was like always that pull and that longing and that resistance to the culture in US.
Okay.
When I visited Isha Institute in US, they're working on this project where people are coming and living, and I'm thinking, who is it that has all this money to come here? And isn't the spiritual process supposed to be free? Isn't it supposed to be for the poor? And here we are, like, it feels like this is for the rich. And what is happening here? Like, what is this business scheme that is going on? Like, I had so much resistance to it. And yeah, and so then like when I came here, even after I did inner engineering, after going through Mahashivratri and falling in love with this place, and like even then there was still like this resistance would come up, and I would be like, what is Sadhguru up to? Like he must be up to something. Like, is he harvesting our energy and shipping it off to aliens? Like, what is going on? It was like that. So much resistance still would come up, and then I would, you know, just be like, I don't know. I don't know what is happening. I just know that something is working for me. Something is functioning in my life to where I'm experiencing it so much more beautifully, so much more openly, so much better than the day before. Every day just gets better and better.
Yes.
And that's all I need to know. That's all I do know, and that's all I need to know.
Great. It's interesting because like what you shared right now, I've heard some other people also had that questions or struggles. Like, because for me, it was like, I didn't think about all that at all. Like for me, it was whatever he's up to, I'm up to that too. Like somehow that like, I don't know, trust or whatever, because like on a daily basis, what I was receiving was so overwhelming. So I was like, that's enough for me. I don't even know. But yeah, that's good what we are talking about, because like, as like a lot of people are thinking that way too. And then it's okay, you know, like everyone has its own things, or like resistance to different things. So yeah. And you've mentioned about Sadhanapada.
Yeah.
Do you want to say something about it? Like, were you struggling with, I don't know, schedule, or like, yeah, waking up early, doing intense things throughout the day, and then eating only twice, or like, yeah, what were the struggles of Sadhanapada?
Yeah, all of it. I definitely struggled during Sadhanapada. I initially came, or like I had initially wanted to come to Sadhanapada since I heard about it. Like from the moment I heard 7 months in the ashram, I was like, whoa, that's so cool.
For free.
Yeah, for free. Let me come, sign me up. So I was always so enthusiastic about it. And when I got here, I definitely struggled from the beginning. Like I remember like having so much tension and stress in me that was like so visible. And I had dealt with like stress and tension before, but this was like so visceral because I was putting so much pressure on myself to accomplish something and to make something happen, even though like there was no standard of like, okay, if I experience this, then I've hit the goal. And nothing like that. I just wanted more and more, and I just had to do better and better. And I was being so hard on myself because I was struggling. I felt like I was doing terrible, you know? I was waking up on time for Guru Puja. Even though it was hard, like I felt sleepy throughout the day. I was falling asleep like throughout the day. I was also just struggling to go to sleep on time. Like, I would stay up. I don't know what I was doing. Like,
no, I'm dead at 9:30. I used to be like just too sleepy.
Yeah.
Now it's different, but yeah.
Yeah. And then the seva was also very hard. Like I couldn't just give in
What was
to
your
the
seva
process.
back then?
E-media.
Oh, okay.
So I was managing Sadhguru's Pinterest page.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
So much fun, so much to learn, and yet at the time, I was just like not happy with it, not happy about what I was doing, not happy about what other people were doing, not happy about how the whole department was functioning. Just like
I think many of us struggling with that.
Yeah, just so much resistance to everything instead of just giving in and just seeing the situation for what it is and seeing how I can throw myself into it. I just wanted to go off and do my sadhana. I didn't care to be in the office. I was hoping that I would get some seva like in tree care or farming or something outside in nature.
No way. I wasn't farming for 5 days was enough for me.
Yeah, it's so funny how that works, like how we end up being in the situations that are needed for us.
Yes.
Somehow. Anyway, any situation that we're in, we can make it work in our favor. And Sadhanapada is all about sadhana. It's all about tools, for you, for your growth, how to make everything into a tool for your growth. And so I was in a situation where it was an opportunity to use this for my growth and how much possibility there was in that opportunity. And I didn't really make the most of it. Like, I struggle to say this right now because it's like, it is what it is,
Yeah.
But right now I can recognize like how different is my experience now, just giving into the process with much more ease and with much more willingness. What a difference that makes.
Yes. Well, Sadhanapada, I guess, is like very different experience for everyone, but like in the zone, like the areas of struggles are also different. But as what you said, we are put in those like situations or sevas or like things which needed for our growth the most, because they might be not really pleasant, but over the time we can see. When I came to the office, I was not happy because like I used to be on my computer all the time, and I work online. I was actually teaching kids and adults and teaching English or Chinese, so I was like always on computer. And then when I was like, okay, again computer, because I also was thinking like ashram support or even farming as well, but then I was like, okay, computer for 8 more months, why not, how fun. So I was like coming to the office, but when I saw the office, it's way different from the office like I used to think. Like, oh my god, it's just yeah, we're gonna put the picture of the office here, and the view is so great and people here are so sweet, and actually so many activities in the ashram where you're involved, and the craziness and like so many things that I was so like overwhelmed. And then I was happy to come back to the office, sit at my desk in my earphones, and not to interact with people, because like I was already so tired of people. So I enjoyed being quiet for some time. So office seva is really good for me.
Yeah, I think it's so cool that like we both have come from a Christian background, which for us was that experience of love and devotion, and how we're still carrying that experience of love and devotion. And I'm curious how it has been for you lately, exploring this dimension without that restraint of what are people thinking of me and what does this mean for other people, but what does it mean for you?
I feel like my heart expanded so much. Like the love and devotion, I knew it was deep, but it was still small. But when I just open up to this, how can I call it? What is this actually? I don't know. This is what? To this life, to this way of life, to this dimension of life, I felt like the wave of love hit me so strongly like never before. And my heart was actually, I feel like I didn't know that much devotion in my life before. Like I knew what is maybe how it's supposed to be, but not really feeling it. But here, I don't know what is supposed to be here, but now I feel so much devotion to Sadhguru. I don't know how to put it in my words. Like out of there are no reasons actually or explanations why and how. I even had dreams where I would just like touch his feet and feel so much in my in me that in real life I never had that feelings. And I was like, oh, what was that? So just like a lot of stuff was happening to me, and I think devotion is for everyone is different. We cannot say okay, the devotion is like this, but what I've touched, the way how I experienced, it's so beautiful. And this is like the deepest thing I've touched so far, and I don't want to go to any other place, not physically or geographically, like within myself, not to any other state of being, but rather than what I have now. It's so beautiful to me. Okay, yeah, so it was so good talking to you. Thank
You too.
Wait.
Yeah, I hope we talk more. Like, I would love to do a part 2.
Yes, and maybe that part was cut for a reason. It was it was about like when I was talking about Christian the church and my past. Maybe it should be said in another way or some other
you can look at it like more slowly and more because people will be watching this and like considering like what is there, like just sensitive. We love these people,
We love them.
We want them to receive it well.
I'm so grateful for that experience. So probably it's for a reason.
Yeah.
We'll see. Okay, thank you so much.